Hey, welcome to Mark's Garage Channel. This is Missy. This is my 47 GMC. I've been working on this for over a year. Hope you like and subscribe. I know I said I wasn't going to take that emblem off the mustache, but I'm glad I did. I'll clean that up, soap and water, get this linseed oil done today, get it ready for assembly. I think what I'll do in the back is just give that a quick touch up with some Rust-Oleum and be done with it. So I got the inside of the mustache all cleaned up and painted with Rust-Oleum direct to rust primer and some little bit of blend of red paints. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to flip it over now and wash it with soap and water, and then once it dries I'll treat it with the linseed oil. So I got a bucket of water with the Scotch soap and water, Scotch Brite. Just putting my gloves on now. I'll just mention, I'm talking to my neighbor. He thinks I'm going to paint, he wants me to paint the whole truck and not keep this patina. So I said, no, the whole point is that I don't want this patina look. I said, you're going to like it when you see it. No, you gotta paint the truck while you got it apart. And no convincing them otherwise. So I said, if I don't like it after I'm done, I can always take it apart again and paint it. You know, it's just paint on the outside of a vehicle. How hard could it be? A little bit of body work on all my little dents and stuff, but once this gets cleaned up, I should probably do the fenders today too. Hopefully I can get the whole clip reassembled today. It'd be awesome. Polish up the GMC emblem while I have it off. They're, I'm guessing that's the original color under the emblem right there. That's a pretty cool red. That's the, I believe it's called Scarlet Pimpernel, according to the chart. Okay, here's all the pieces to the front clip. I think ready for assembly. I have the anti-squeak kit in the house. I got to bring that out and figure out where that goes. That's gaskets that go between, I believe, the inner fender and the fender, and the fender and the cowl. There's two separate gaskets, I believe. But the place to assemble this, I think, is on the front of the truck. So I'm going to start by putting the radiator support in place with the radiator in it, and then. So instead of me playing the Zydeco music in the background here, I'm just going to explain to you that I'm trying to put the splash guard onto the inner fenders and onto the radiator support, and every nut is fighting, every bolt is fighting me, and then I go to try to put the fender on and it just didn't line up properly, but you'll see. So I realized that the fenders have to go underneath the radiator support and on top of the inner fender. So the red fender has got to slide under here. So I'm thinking that radiator support might have to come out. And if that comes out, I don't know what's going to hold up the inner fenders. So I got to think that over for a minute. And then I broke out the, this is the anti-squeak kit. So those long gaskets, I know they go over here between the, and they get squeezed by the fender. The other pieces, I just don't know where they go. They look like, you know, maybe rubber mounts that the clip sits on. Maybe. I don't know. And I'm wondering if those other pieces are the pieces that go around this thing here and close that gap. So I got some research to do because I got the assembly manual upstairs. I'm going to go read it, see what I can find out. I wish I had some spray glue to use instead of this, but it's what I had and I hope it works. I was also going to try the rubber cement that I have from gluing those seals on the front of the firewall there. But let's see how this works. It doesn't work on this one. I'll do it better on the other side. So I'm on day 2 now, fighting with putting the fenders over these inner fenders. And what I've done now is I've shimmed this up. I've glued the gasket in with gasket sealant is what I ended up using. So that sat overnight, and now that's not supposed to come off. And then what I did is here I put in 2 bolts to lock this into the cab. So now we'll see if I can get this to go on. Yeah, so here's me trying to put the fender on, and the gasket still isn't right. It's sticking up a little too high. So I take a razor blade and I trim off the top of the gasket, and then the fender slips right in. So there it is. Both fenders are now on. And I'll tell you a couple tricks I learned the hard way. You know, I'm by no means a teaching channel. I'm a learning channel. Learn as I go. But the trick was to attach the inner fender here to the cab so it's in the right place. And then I put a shim right here so I had enough gap to get this fender and slip it under here. And then the third thing I did, which I really needed to do, because I was trying to get these bolts here to thread in, and I couldn't find the holes. Even though they were pretty close, they weren't just right. So I threaded one from the outside in, so I had a stud sticking out, and used that stud to hook the fender on. Once I had that stud through, then I knew I was in the right place, and then I was able to fish the other ones through and catch their threads and get them started. So it all worked out well. The second fender went on really easily once I kind of knew what the trick was. And I'm just, you know, still putting the guards on. And so there it is. The clip almost 100% assembled. Got the mustache on. And bolted the fenders to the, I guess that's called a splash guard right there. Attached to the radiator support. And what really fought me under here, you see that bracket? That bracket connects the fender to the radiator support, and it supports the fender. There's 6 bolts in that bracket. I was able to get 5 in on this side. I got 6 on the other side, but had to take the tire off and really twist on it and really fight me to get it on. So the next step, I believe, is to get the hood on. So once I get that hood on, I'll see where I stand. So when I get a couple people over here to help me put the hood on, if it bolts on and lines up right here, the pin on the hood should drop right in that hole. If it's over here, we got a problem. If we're over there, we got a problem. But cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, I'd like to say, in the words of my friend Billy Bondo, subscribe, damn it.